I think if you want to win the race, you have to be confident and to tell to yourself that you would win.
I think I'm excited this season because last year was like almost perfect, but yeah, up until like the final, I couldn't have gone any better.
There's a chance Sophia's going to cross this line, not knowing if she's won the overall series or not.
So last year in the final, Sophia Laukli and Judith Wieder ended up in a tie.
She'll be ending on the same amount of points as Judith, and therefore, Sophia, because she's won more Golden Trail races overall throughout the season, that she will be the Golden Trail Series winner.
Most of my emotions and thoughts at the end were just like, okay, I won, but it wasn't really because I was the best runner. It was just because I kind of played the game right.
So of course I'm happy. But knowing it was so close and knowing that we have the same points and these stupid rules are telling that we're not allowed to be the winners together, it makes it a bit hard, yes.
I'm relieved, and I wouldn't change the rules.
Once again, it's a happy end to the season for Salomon, but can they do it next year?
My dream this year is to win Golden Trail World Series.
It was not my day. My day's coming. You must chase your dream.
Do you think Remy is scared of you?
I think so.
It's exciting for next season, like to see that they are coming strong and that they will challenge me to win the overall title next year.
This year, it's actually your top 4 races that score points that you can take into the final. So strategy is going to be key.
For me, it's not just to do 4 races, it's to get 4, ideally wins, but that's maybe too much to ask for.
US athletes are coming very strong for this opening race of the season in Kobe. We have Sophia Laukli coming back, Ali Mack, former world champion, but we have a newcomer, Drazen Murphy, currently the world champion, with a lot of expectation on see how she can do in this first time participation in the Golden Trail Series.
This is her first Golden Trail Series, and I think she's going to be a really tough competitor.
Grayson is not coming.
Is she not?
No. I should have clarified, I'm decided not to race because I still can't run.
We all thought we knew what to expect, but then the day before the race, both Sophia and Grayson cancelled, and suddenly everything was chaos.
I think it was a body and a mental thing. I had a day and a half between skiing and getting on a flight to running camp. I was tired physically and mentally, and I think I realized already in the moment, like, oh, this is not smart, but I just was doing it. Wow, did I really come all the way here to not race?
Of course, I want to win and I think about it, but also, like, do I think it'll happen? Not necessarily.
Welcome back to the Golden Trail World Series first stage here in Kobe today. Sophia is out. Grayson Murphy is out. If I was Ali Mack right now, I would be happy as Larry. Well, I mean, that's true. However, there's still a female contender we cannot take out. We're in Kobe. This is Essex headquarters, and we've got athletes like Maude, Sarah. You know, it means a lot when you're racing in the hometown of your main sponsor.
For us, it's a great opportunity because Kobe is the roots of the brand. The 2 girls on the podium, it could be fine.
After the first loop, I was like, all right, we gotta tone this back. I think I went out too hard, but it was fun.
So in the men's, Patrick and Philemon are the big names that we're expecting to see and to do well. The thing is, Kobe is not a traditional race. Like, it's got a lot of ups and a lot of downs, and those downs are actually technical.
When I see the downhill, it's very technical. If you run stupidity, you are going to stop the season, so you must learn carefully.
Yes, I was somewhat nervous about that downhill because I'm not used.
All right, David, I'm afraid this is confirmed. Philemon is out. this isn't what we want to see right at the start of the season, and given last year he was one of our race favourites.
If you get an injury or you fall down and you break your leg, this is the end of the season.
Coming up to the final climb, the big news is that Patrick Kippingino is in the lead.
That was not technical enough for him to just fall back. Like, he was taking advantage of the climbs and he was still moving in the descents.
Just about 30 seconds, you got it.
Ali led out, but then started to fade. And Maud, on a return from injury, then took control. We didn't see it coming, but Maud is Maud.
I think I can say I'm back.
Knowing today's result, is there any plan to fix this?
Yeah, no, I've already thought about it on the bus ride time. I'm like, well, now what? Like, I definitely want to get as many points as possible, so I might add in another race. Oh no, I'll go home for a week and reassess.
Do you think Remy is sitting at home, scared of you?
I think so. I think so because Remy knows me that I'm not so weak. Yeah.
Are you scared of Patrick?
Yeah, a little bit, but yeah, you know, it's the important is to be first at the end, not at the first part of the season.
We now head to China, but not Sophia. Unfortunately, she couldn't recover from the ski season. But we are going to see Grayson Murphy for the very first time in the Golden Trail.
My name is Grayson Murphy.
Je suis Maud Matisse.
I'm Joyce Njeru.
Have you ever raced with Maud?
Mm-mm.
Have you ever raced with Joyce?
Yes, I have raced several times with Joyce.
Do you think that Joyce can be a good rival here for you?
Do I have to answer that?
Yes.
No.
And off they are, on their way to the highest point. David, they're going to go up to 4,200 meters of elevation again. This is insane. Martin, you are leaving me breathless.
She have been beating me several races, and I was like, do I have every time to feel her weight? No. Like, just do your own calculation. Take it easy, Joyce. You have it.
My objective today run with Patrick together, but it's difficult.
He's already won in Kobe, and now Patrick Kippingino has won again here in China. 2 races, 2 victories. He looks unstoppable this season.
I've raced Joyce several times, and she beat me today. This is her first one beating me, so I want a redo of today. I want to try again.
Neither Grayson or Ali return to the series. As soon as you feel the chance of winning the overall slip away, it's incredibly hard to commit the amount you need to actually challenge for the title. Whereas Patrick was on cloud 9.
He told me already end of the year that this year he wants to target the overall result in Golden Trail, so this is his main focus, and I think if you want to win, you have to start well in the series, and that's what he did.
When you talk about Zegama, it's very hard to dissociate it from Kilian Jornet.
Founder and first ambassador of Normal, the new trail running brand, ladies and gentlemen, Kilian Jornet!
2 years ago, we launched the brand here at Zegama. It was the first time that we show our products, our shoes in public, and to be back here, it's something very special, and especially to have like other athletes with us, like Elhousine, that he's been like amazing during the start of the season, and last year like he did an amazing final.
Elhousine is the most attractive runner on earth. I've said this before. I could watch footage of him running for hour after hour.
Elhousine Elazzaoui. I'm from Morocco. I run with the normal team.
I think that Elhousine is a super great character. I think that results bring, for sure, they bring this communication, this visibility, but also credibility to the brand. just thinking of the possibility of having two persons like Kilian and Elhousine on the same podium is, wow, it's something huge.
My ears was zzz.
Today, Kilian has destroyed the field. Because Elhousine Elazzaoui has pulled away from Bart Prideyoski and is running in second place. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be first and second for normal today.
Yes, for Remy and Sofia at Mont Blanc Marathon this year is like kind of back to school. But yes, the idea is to win again the circuit on the men and women's side.
I'm 2 weeks out and I'm like thinking about the start line of Mont Blanc and I'm terrified. That means something. And that means that I've changed a lot since last year where I had less on my back.
Mont Blanc Marathon will be my first race on the Golden Trail Series this year.
My name is Floria Madalina Monica. I'm from Romania and now I'm part of Salamon team.
Today, right now, it's about this lady here, Madalina Floria from Romania. We've spoken a lot today, David, that she is unsponsored.
Following Madalina's win in the final last year, her life changed gear with her first professional contract with Salomon and a new teammate for Sophia Laukli.
If we want to stay the best team in the world, we need to have a few athletes and few options to win.
I hope to win again.
For me, the finals last year, when Madalina and Judith beat me, I was like, that sucked. When I come back next year, I'm gonna come back and show that I'm the best. I think they're on the start line tomorrow are like, I'm gonna win today. And I would like to have that mentality, but I don't have that confidence for tomorrow.
Emotions before a start line, they're quite high.
Yeah, I wasn't ready, and I don't think that's ever happened before. I wasn't expecting that, and then all of a sudden I was just super stressed and didn't want to start.
She is a very experienced athlete, but she's not an experienced runner. She only began the series 2 years ago, and so we're finding it with Remy even, who has been racing for years. It's taken him 5 or 6 years to get his transition from skimo in the winter.
The men are on the start line, and Remy Bonnet, of course, is everyone's favourite to win this, as he did last year.
So I will start in Mont Blanc Marathon, then Sierre-Zinal, and then the two in USA. So I will try my best to bring back the title again.
The best 4 races count. What does it mean?
So I have to win all the races.
I raced 2 times in Marathon Mont Blanc.
Elhousine is really far off the back here. If you bonk, suddenly you're not losing seconds per mile, you're losing minutes per mile.
I wanted to be right behind Madalina and Judith and Maud, because in my mind, those were like who I was trying to beat today.
Nobody really wanted to take the lead.
It was too slowly, I tell you. The first uphill, when I saw the girl walking, I said, what the fuck? What can I do?
You can see that Madalina already taking a slight overtake.
Still looking very, very comfortable out front at the moment.
So Madalina Florea is amazing, strong in the uphill. I met her at the Europeans as well, where she was way faster than I on the uphill. And I knew they will try to push because probably they don't want to meet me in a downhill.
I think I was most of the climb in front of him, as always with Elhousine. Like he liked to stay behind you, and some part like he was like passing me, and then he was like slowing down, so I had to pass again. So it was quite strange. Like I don't know what to think like during the climb, like if he was really in shape or not.
And Elhousine's made a move. Elhousine has overtaken Remy up the hill. We've never seen this before.
After in the pleasure, I decided to push and leave Remy behind.
I don't know, because with Elhousine you never know what's going on. Like sometimes you think he's dead and he's still here. He's like a camel. It's the first time that he showed that he can manage well the race, and he can also play with the other guys, and that's a big thing in our sport. I think if you can enter a bit in the head of the other and tell them that you are not in shape but you are actually in shape, it's good for winning races.
I probably proved myself once again that I'm better than I think, that I'm good at tactics, which played off really well, and I'm really happy about it.
3 days, man. Every day during the training, I say I will not come because it was hard for me to run more than 30k. And now, and after finish, yes, I'm not happy, I'm very happy.
My only takeaway from today was, okay, I needed that to happen. I needed a first race, but I don't really know why or how I got there. So it's like, okay, I have to be my best at Sierre-Zinal.
There's Maud Mathis, who played a large part on the first half of the race. Just trying to think where she fell off the pace.
As I expected, I wasn't ready mentally and physically for the race today.
Next up, Sierre-Zinal, the home of the Swiss champions, Rémi Bonnet and Maud Mathis. However, Maud Mathis announced 4 days before the race she's just not going to be participating. This year, we're going to have to do without the female record holder.
Yeah, I think Sierre-Zinal is a mythic race for a Swiss guy. Even if you are not doing the sport, you hear about it.
More than 50 editions, and through the history of the race, all the best athletes of each generation has been racing here. So it's kind of the race that build a big part of this sport.
For me, to win Sierre-Zinal is the big goal of the year.
She can run fast. Congratulations, Sophia Lockley, winner of Sierre-Zinal, leader of our series, and is this a future Golden Trail World Series winner in the making?
Like last year it was just for fun. Now I have a 4th place, which isn't horrible, but I want to be winning. Kind of an unrealistic goal in my mind right now. It means that I'm thinking a lot about what I'm supposed to do next.
And we're off. It's the beginning of Sierre-Zinal, the oldest trail race in Europe, in what I believe is by far the most competitive field this race has ever seen.
Remy, Patrick, myself, and probably some others, we are at a level to go under record time. But then, if it's very, very warm and we start too fast, it can be some explosions. And I think there is where the race will be decided.
No sign of Judith Wieder. Something must have happened to her because, and we've had confirmation Judith is out.
It is a tough thing to only do 4 races as I've planned to. But I mean, that's life, and I mean, I will have only 3 races if I will go to US, which it will be not enough.
Sophia, no, go, eh?
I can't. I wasn't really thinking about my place anymore after 2 hours maybe, because for me, 7th and 15th, that's the same. And I'm bummed because I just want to have a season like I had last year. But today is kind of what I needed to realize, okay, this is not going to be my year, but then it'll be next year, and I'm going to do things way smarter and better so that I don't have a repeat of this.
Sophia Lockley crashed out of the series, one of our pre-season favourites. The big question was whether we'd also lose Judith Wieder.
Joyce Njeru now our 3rd place runner. She's won already in China, so there's a little bit of a gap between her and Madalena. For me, she is the potential leader of our series at the end of this race.
They're super close.
In Ponchet I was feeling good, and I knew that it was possible to do a good race. Was not even in the red zone, so it was all good for me.
3rd and 4th place, Remy Bonnet, Patrick Kimageno. They know each other extremely well.
When reaching 20k,
I saw Patrick and Remy struggling and overtook them.
It was difficult for me to follow because Philemon is good in downhill. I told him, if possible, you go for the record.
Manting, oh, there's the overtake, there's the pat on the bum. That is incredible to see. They train together, they know each other, and actually it was this race last year was the first time that Philemon had ever beaten Patrick.
Philemon didn't have the best beginning of the season, to be honest, compared to what we know he can do. But back to Sierre-Zinal, back to the race he won last year. Like, he's in a situation where he's just coming very, very strong, and he's going to want that win again.
Where I see Kieran, I said, today it's my day.
Look at this! Philemon's on him! Look, he's going for it, he's going for it. He's overtaken! He's made it fast! I have never seen it kill anyone, ever. Has this ever happened? Kylian Jornet has been overtaken towards the end of a race.
I saw Philemon coming very fast behind me, and I thought maybe I can it's the technical part, I can try to keep with him. But when he passed me, I tried for 2 meters, and then it was like cramping. I was like, no, he's winning the race. He's winning the race, and that thought, it was maybe only for like 2-3 seconds, and then I said, no, yeah, try to keep with him.
They were projected to be finishing in 2:20, but you see the technicality, he's overtaken again. He's back.
Kieran was very patient. He waits me, then downhill. He flies in front of me. I said,
Philemon is coming! This is all the way through the line! The best finish to a Golden Trail. Whoa! Whoa! It's a record!
Now I missed the course record by 5 seconds. Hopefully before I come Hudla, I will try the course record.
It's a bit frustrating because today I think I had the leg to run fast. But then my stomach was not happy after the kilometer 25, and yeah, I think I know that this race is maybe not for me at the end, but I think what is good in the sport is that you try to always break your own barrier, and for me it's my goal to break like in the future, and I will try my best to do the best I can, and maybe once it will go on my side.
That will be my last Golden Trail Series race of the year, and just follow the guys. Like, they will go to the Tatras and then to America to fight, so it will be nice to follow them behind the screen and not suffering in the races with them.
But we're now with our second place lady, Joyce Njeru, and again she is not looking quite as fluid. She doesn't look quite as happy as I'd expect to see her at this stage. If we compare this running style now, Madalena is looking far faster.
You want to hear the truth. Okay. I was coming to do the record if it's possible, because I know what I was doing during the training, but I was not feeling good. And this is my mind to say, here was the negative points, here are the positive, and I was fighting for the race.
We saw in Sierre-Zinal several of the favourites crushed by the weight of expectation. But that was just the start of their bad news. Kenya unleashed a monster.
They were very slow. And then I go with the men's. There was no lady.
From Kenya, Joylene Chepengino wins Sierre-Zinal.
What was your time at the end?
It was 2:53.
You think you could have gone faster?
Yeah.
Which favorites have dropped since the beginning of the season?
Many. Judith, well, I think she's quitting. Sophia, Maud, Grayson. I mean, those four were supposed to be in front of me, and now they aren't.
And ladies and gentlemen, Madalena, I don't think she realizes what she's doing today. She's in second place, but really this will feel like first, and there she's grabbing the Basque flag. And it's finally sinking in. You can see it on her face in front of her home crowd. It's taking place for Madalena.
I really enjoyed the race with the crowds and everyone, and in the end I was second, so I can't ask more right now. I'm leading the series.
After another 2 races in the series, Malin actually drops down to 2nd place in the overall. And with some of the favorites not having raced all the 4 races they need before the final, Malin, if she wants to stay in the top rankings in the overall, will have to do extremely well in Tatra.
This is my first time on Tatras and I'm really excited.
Marcin Rzeszutko, I'm a race director of Tatra Ski Marathon. It was almost 3 years to prepare it like from the beginning, and like we worked like every day since December. Before the race we have a communication with the rescue man and the headquarters of the top, which is mountain rescue service in this area, and they said like green light.
All the past days have been hot, sunny, and so it's hard to see this environment and to understand that this is actually pouring down with rain.
Thunderstorm in Tatra mountains can appear very quick. In the beginning of the race we had very strong rain. We already had athletes on the run. We had people on the mountain, and our priority was to run the event. But at some point it was only a reasonable decision to call it off.
It was super weird to stop in the middle of the course.
We don't know if it's coming the light in front of me, and I hear a lot of bad things about this moment, and my life is priority, not the competition.
With this race cancelled here in Poland, we took the decision to have the 3 best results out of 7, plus the final for the overall ranking. Why? Simply because some athletes were expecting to start the series at Sierre-Zinal and to compete the last 4 races before the final. But with this race cancelled, we cannot tell them, you are out, because you will have only 3 races. It won't be fair. So we decided to give the best chance to everyone with the 3 best races.
When you could take 4 races to the final, the key to overall success was committing enough so you could get 4 consistent performances. But now that it's dropped to 3, it comes down to performance. 3 good results outscore 4 standard ones.
In the USA, the level will be crazy because everyone wants to come back.
I think right now I'm second in the overall. And now that it's 3 races, for me it's more negative than positive. But I've thought about going to San Francisco quite a lot, but the only reason to go there is to get a position better than the 5th one, to get more points than what I have now. And I find it really, really difficult to get a 4th position in there.
Everyone wants to say, okay, it's the 3 best results, I can still do it. And the level will be totally crazy.
If we look towards America, Joylene didn't get a visa, and so is out of contention. Looking at our overall table though, the big news is that Judith is back in contention. She only has 1 good performance, so needs to deliver at both the American races. But both Joyce and Madalena are in the States, and they intend on stopping her with everything they've got.
I'm not training every day to say I come here to finish 10. Yes, of course. I want to win. If I feel okay, I will push to the start to the end.
Yeah, she can go, no problem. Yeah, I have my own time. Know where to push and know where not to push.
In the men's, there's truly 2 very different scenarios. Patrick and Elhousine are extremely strong up at the front. So there's 2 races in the US that are just going to defend their positions. Now, Remy and Philemon have a lot to play, and they absolutely need to attack and close the gap with Elhousine and Patrick so they can have all in the final.
Yeah, I think I will try to win both of the two races, and then like it will all the cards will play at the final.
We thought this was going to be the case. The Fantastic Four locked together. They're dancing around each other. They're changing the lead, but I can't tell right now who actually is going to make the move and who is the favourite in this four.
Philemon take the lead a little bit, and then I decide to make a hard race from the start. So I took the lead, but then directly after 100 meters he passed me again, and Elhousine and Patrick were always behind us.
I think we help each other. We do like this all the race.
Yeah, we might try maybe to fight each other, of which it's not really good because it's the race is long. And so I just kept a distance, and yeah, I think it was a good pacemaker for me.
I tried to push, let me drop. Less than 800 meters to the finishing. That's the moment Elhousine overtook me.
Leading a race can be mentally taxing. Remy led, Patrick led, Philemon led. The only person who didn't lead was Elhousine, but the only place you want to lead is the finish line.
100 meters to go to get the turn, and look at the kick! What the kick of Elhousine! This is incredible. Philemon needs to respond now if he's got anything. What have you got? This is it, ladies and gentlemen. Elhousine will take the win here at the Headlands 27, and a fantastic second place for Philemon.
It was not my day. My day is coming.
Yes, I think I am in good route for the final, but not yet finish.
The two Red Bull athletes, Judith and Remy, were given an opportunity to come back. And yet the result they scored was just not enough. So basically from now on, it's all or nothing.
Yeah, it's quite hard because like I analyze a bit like the data on Strava and stuff, and like the pace is crazy. Like normally I win the race with this pace, and yeah, for me it's not. I am not disappointed because I give my best, and the time is fucking good, so I can just be happy. And I think they were just stronger, like maybe more prepared for that terrain.
I mean, they were running really fast from the beginning, so they did an amazing race, and I think even my race wasn't too bad. I mean, it's my fourth place in the Golden overall, so I've never been outside the podium on the Golden Trail World Series. So of course this feels a bit sad, but on the other hand, I mean, it's quite cool to be able to say after so many years, it's the first time I'm outside of the top 3.
Judith in the press conference. I've never seen anyone look so upset in the whole of the Golden Trail. She just didn't want to be there.
I saw you were not too much happy, but the difference points from Joyce is only 20 points. What strategy tomorrow you can apply so that you win?
So, I mean, you've heard it. They're the two favorites, so they have to deliver. I'm not thinking about time. For me, it's only about myself. If I'm able to stand at the start line and feel confident, then I know I can catch a lot of time. If not, it's gonna be hard.
Question for Elhousine. Until now, all the race, you stay behind for the other and you push just for the last part. Why?
This is a race.
But at the end he win the race, so it's okay.
This is a race.
He was waiting, but I think he was really strong because we tried to attack many times and he was always there. Like it was the only one who stayed all the way with us, and at the end he was the stronger. I think he was like just waiting for the right moment to go. When you pace all the race and then you get beat at the end, is a bit frustrating. Like for Philemon, like if I was at his place, like to be in front all the race and then you just miss the win for 20 meters is a bit hard, but it's the game, and Elhousine was smarter than Philemon.
Judith Vida, one of the athletes that has benefited from the change in the rules due to the cancellation of the Tatra event. So she needs a good race, but she's been in this situation before, back in 2019.
So from the outside, it might look like I have nothing to lose. I've been in this situation before. In 2019 in Scotland, I won this race. So sometimes it helps me also to be prepared or to make my best.
Yeah, I think everything is possible. You have to fight until the end, and maybe there will be a miracle for me, and we will see. But I will keep pushing, and I will give my best until the last meter of the final.
And they're off. It's the start of the Mammoth Lakes 26k, the last opportunity for these athletes to score points before our final in Switzerland.
Elazzaoui, you can see just how close it is. The Moroccan whose dream is to win this title.
My strategy for this race is for the start to stay in the group, because if I push to the start, I think 100% I will not arrive fresh on the uphill. But yes, I'm afraid to do something wrong if I feel good just for a few minutes.
Here in America, Joyce has been head and shoulders ahead of anyone else. But Madalena should have been challenging her. And to me, she's just not prepared to take the risks, to challenge for first, worried that she's going to blow up.
2 wins already this season. Can she make it 3 and head to the grand final with a maximum of 600 points? It's looking that way at the moment.
I certainly think that Elhousine over the years have acquired experience and is racing smarter and smarter, and so far he's stuck with this strategy of staying behind and then eventually passing in the later stages. Today we saw a different strategy.
Elhousine tucked in behind Kip and Njeru, but not for long.
Look at the
Not for long.
Wow, the gap within meters. The flying camel has put the foot down on the acceleration.
I pushed today in the downhill, but Patrick kept with me all the time.
You know, Elhousine is good in down.
Remy Bonnet over the summit. Yeah, we're expecting to see him up with the leaders, but he does not look the same man.
I think the pace was crazy from the gun. I tried to follow Philemon like on the road and like on the first 7k, and maybe I burned a bit myself, and it's maybe why I didn't climb as fast as last year I climbed.
I think I pressed the button for the first position, but it's not over until it's over. I have to keep the fighting spirit until the end.
You're the best today. Yes. Yes.
Less than 750 meters to go, David, and the battle commences. Elazzaoui goes in front for one last time, he hopes, but will Kipingino be able to respond?
200 meters to go.
Kipingino is digging deep now. There's no need for navigation, and he's gone to the right. He's been squeezed out. He's been squeezed out on the right. Spectacular finish in the Golden Trail, and it's the Moroccan who takes the title.
It's not fair for Elhousine.
It's not
fair? He was knocking me down. J'ai pas touché.
In sport, anything can happen in sport. Sometimes you can even fall down, and there was some trauma, but that is part of sports.
Do you think that today you were stronger than Elhousine?
Yes.
Yeah, I think Elhousine will have like 600 points, so he's on his way for winning the circuit, but I think everything can happen at the final. Like if he have a bad day and he's not in the top 10, like everything is possible, but the motivation is here.
Judith came to America with Mont Blanc under her belt, thinking she could beat anyone in the field, but she goes into her final knowing realistically first, second and maybe even third are too far from her grasp. But when one door closes, another door opens, and Marlin suddenly has a glimpse of what that podium could taste like. Yeah.
I cannot control Judith. Judith is Judith, and if she's in a good shape, like I have nothing to do, I would say. But for sure I'm dreaming with a top 3, because I also think I've worked a lot and I'm in a good shape.
We're getting into the final, and obviously all eyes are on athletes playing the overall ranking. Now, there are athletes coming in to play a whole different game, and we're talking about Sophia Laukli and Joyce. They come here to play bowling.
Yeah. Hopefully better this time.
It wasn't that bad last time.
It was pretty bad.
The final's made up of 2 races. The prologue, which is the short time trial worth 100 points. And then 2 days later, you have the overall final, worth 300 points. One of the challenges, though, is the schedule to rain for the next 5 days, taking in both races. That means there's going to be falls, and that means it's going to be miserable.
With this kind of downhill, I think I open another barrier just with one fall. I think it's very good perform for me.
Do you think you gave 100%?
I don't know. For Saturday, I will try to push more to see maybe this was 100% of me.
Cramps again. I don't get it. I don't know why.
In last year's final, the same thing happened. Marlin had cramps in the prologue and finished disastrously in tears. It happened again in Kobe. It seems to be a recurring theme. When there's stress, she can't perform, and there's nothing she can do about it.
Like, I worked super hard the last months. Life has been fucking shit lately. And I know, like, I still have another option on Saturday, but I think I really deserve a good race.
So she's now tied with Judith, but cramps could happen again, and if they do, she's not worrying about beating Judith, she's worrying about how many positions she's going to shed.
I think I have nothing to lose, so I will, I think, take a bit more risk than in the past to try to make something.
Remy is strong, Elhousine is strong, Philomon is strong. I don't have any dream to say that I'm going to win the overall.
You can go into any race with the best shape, but if you get the mental game wrong, it doesn't matter. You can be your biggest enemy. You've got to get them both right to win.
Of course, the strongest mind will win.
Of course, Rally.com.
I don't know exactly, but I think if Philemon is 9 and I am second, I will take some points to him, so I think it will be close to the third spot now overall. But now I think all is possible for the third spot, so I am really happy about that, and I am more motivated than ever for Sunday.
Coming into this season, like, Salomon came with the big dogs, like Remy Bonnet, Sophia Laukli, Madalena. Those were, on paper, the ones we expect to be on the top place of the podium during the season, and actually none of them has scored a single win so far.
I think it's a good thing that, like, last year you had Remy and I win, and it's like, okay, did they win because they're Solomon and Golden Trail built Golden Trail for them? If you have someone from Hoka or Adidas or any other brand winning the overall, hopefully it just makes it Golden Trail bigger, even though Solomon is a sponsor. And yes, it would be naive to say that they obviously want one of us to win. But in the grand scheme of things, it's important to have other people on top.
So you let them win?
I won't let them win.
This year Golden Trail's been even bigger. We've now had 8 races taking in Asia, and it's all been building up to the finals on television. And you can sense the energy coming from the audience. They can't wait to watch what's going to happen. The biggest race in Golden Trail history.
Morning everyone, welcome along to Ascona-Locarno.
Monte Cardada per la tappa finale appunto con la gara femminile.
Format traditionnel sur les Golden Trail World Series, le spectacle sera garanti.
Después de 8 pruebas por todo el mundo y del prólogo del viernes, hoy aquí se decide la final del circuito de mayor nivel de distancia corta del mundo.
As we expected, Joyce just blew out of the gates, where only Joyce chose to follow her at kind of a suicidal pace. And we saw even in first climb, as much as Joyce was trying to stay with Joyce, she was already losing ground to her.
Whenever I'm in a competition, I have to fight, not to give easily. You know, they always say if you get easily, somebody sacrificed for it. So, never to give it easy, I have to fight.
Lauchley cleverly tucked in behind a sandwich with Madalena Florea.
And on the downhill, Joyce started to fly. Even Judith was attacking the downhill. But sadly, the downhill attacked back.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh.
Are you all right?
Okay. Come on, let's go.
Right from the get-go, Philemon decided to just take the lead and set the pace.
The idea was to keep the pace high and to see how Remy and Elhousine, how they will react.
The first time that I am smart in a race and I don't try to follow the leader, so that's good.
Every time the group came back together, Philemon pushed again, and they were almost like a rubber band.
If I continue to push like this, I cannot finish.
Madalena Florea.
When Madalena came through the aid station, the body was driving forward, but it looked like no one was at the wheel.
Sometimes I want to be, perfect, but it's not possible to be perfect. I'm training a lot, I push all the time. I'm not explaining what happened.
I needed the whole first loop to be back with my full mental capacity. So it took a while actually to be able to run a bit faster again.
Anna Gibson here, the American runner ahead of and Marlon Osler is now at the back of this four.
Now is coming again another downhill, and this can be the perfect moment to make a move. So if I can arrive to the aid station with her, then the race is mine.
And Njeru almost she's zigzagging around.
I'm surprised to see that. I think she must be tired.
Oh my god, the last climb was, my god, it was hell. I never expected this. And so immediately I reached there and watched Joyce at the top. I was like, oh my god, I'm poor in walking.
Next year I will be prepared well and I hope for the best for the points.
I feel so emotional, I just tried to the series and here I am. It's like a dream come true.
Neck and neck, Judith Weeder now closing in on them as well. All of them on that final descent.
This race was for me, so of course it was a bit sad that I didn't make the podium.
There were a lot of women better than me today, and so I realized how much I have to do for next year if I want to be back on top.
But we can confirm Joyce Njeru is the overall winner of our series this year. In second place, we believe is Madalena Florea, although we're yet to see her cross the finish line. We're hoping that nothing has happened, but potentially it could be Judith Weeder up to second place. We're waiting for confirmation.
Please don't give up, huh? I was trying to lose. I want to stop all the time. Okay, well, come on. We need to go. Come on, Madalena.
Madalena, push a bit, please.
Okay, I have 5 races with 5 podium, but the most important, I fell. I dropped. And this maybe it's normal because I'm not a machine.
During the live, we couldn't finish the program because we didn't know where Madalena was. And until she crossed the line, we didn't know what point she was going to score. Eventually, she came through in 43rd. So not only did Judith achieve second, but Marlin achieved third, her dream of finally making the podium.
If you want to fight, you can do it. Whatever it happens, life sucks sometimes, but there is always something to look for, to chase for, and to be happy. I mean, I enjoyed today's race more than in the last. Maybe after Zegama, this was the best race of the season, not just about the performance, but how I enjoyed with the crowds, with my friends. I was missing someone, but I'm super proud. Yeah.
Next year, I will come and I will try to do all the race what me I'm not feel confidence in me, just to see again how much is possible to push myself. But first I need to be healthy mentally and physically.
Maybe this is his strategy. Who would have thought that Remy was going to be attacking on the technical down?
Yeah, I think before the last climb I tried something in the downhill because I was feeling that it was not going that fast and I could go faster without killing myself. And I think is where like all change, and I tried to make a crazy speed from the bottom to the top with Elhousine. I was thinking that I would win.
Is this the move to win the series and to win the race?
Elhousine taking it up at the front now, David.
Remy has to hold on to that second place because if Patrick comes and passes him and we finish third, he might actually not be able to defend his third place overall against Phil Lemon. Once again, Elhousine was on another planet. Remy Bonnet, 2 times Golden Trail World Series winner. They were together at the top, and in that downhill, which wasn't long ultimately, he's put 50 seconds on Remy and take the win, 1,000 points. He got the maximum point of the season. 3 wins, winning the prologue and winning the final.
For me, that is beginning for my life in sport, the trail running, and for me that is a big dream. First African, I win a Golden Trail World Series. That is big historic.
Last year I was second. This year also I am second. So I want to look for the winning. Yeah.
This year it was the season of becoming second and third in many races for our team. But it also shows that we are constant.
I'm young. I should respect the old men. For next year, I want to learn podium side. Every competition, that's my target.
I give my best, I try everything in the downhill, in the uphill. So yeah, I am proud of my race, and it's sure that I am back in the game and that I will be back next year for taking back the crowd.
This season we saw 3 races come down to less than 2 seconds. As for next year, why not make it 9?